they're particularly vulnerable because they need an agent, and the agents are creeps too, and then trying to get a job, and the casting directors can be, and the people who are the producers, the directors. I mean, it's rampant in the industry. There's not one actress who doesn't have a story.
For years, it has been rumored that Hollywood is filled with sexual predators and pedophiles who prey upon young talent and rising stars in the industry. Some have tried to speak out about this, but they've been brushed off and ignored out of fears that they would damage the industry.
There are people that were the people that did this to both me and Corey that are still working, they're still out there, and they're some of the richest, most powerful people in this business.
And they are.
And they do not want me saying what I'm saying right now.
What would you say to a parent who just has the best of intentions, who's coming here with their child?
Don't go into it thinking that it's all roses and sunglasses.
You're damaging an entire industry.
I'm sorry,
I want to clear up. You
to.
said that.
But in the wake of the recent fall of famed Hollywood film producer Harvey Weinstein, more and more Hollywood insiders are now speaking up about the horrid and vile industry of Hollywood insiders. Film director Kevin Smith recently stated the following on Twitter: "He financed the first 14 years of my career, and now I know while I was profiting, others were in terrible pain. It makes me feel ashamed." Gwyneth Paltrow and Angelina Jolie have just come out stating that Weinstein harassed them as well. When Gwyneth Paltrow was 22 years old, she got a role that would take her from actress to star. The film producer Harvey Weinstein hired her for the lead in the Jane Austen adaptation Emma. And before shooting began, he summoned her to his suite at the Peninsula Beverly Hills Hotel for a work meeting that began uneventfully. It ended with Mr. Weinstein placing his hands on her and suggesting that they lead to the bedroom for massages, she said. "I was a kid. I was signed up. I was petrified," she said in an interview, publicly disclosing that she was sexually harassed by the man who ignited her career and later helped her win an Academy Award. Angelina Jolie stated that, "I had a bad experience with Harvey Weinstein in my youth. As a result, I chose to never work with him again and warned others when they did." Television and film actor Terry Crews has gone on the record that he was sexually assaulted by a high-level Hollywood executive, and he also went on to warn that, "I understand and empathize with those who have remained silent, but Harvey Weinstein is not the only predator." Lord of the Rings star Elijah Wood stated that he was protected from abuse by his mother, who didn't let him go to these parties, but he said his peers were regularly preyed upon by those in power. "If you're innocent, you have very little knowledge of the world, and you want to succeed," Wood said. "People with parasitic interests will see you as their prey." So Rob Schneider is speaking up. Elijah Wood is being vocal about this. Corey Feldman and Terry Crews are shedding light on this issue, but none of these people are naming any names. They've warned us about others, but are afraid to call them out because these people have very powerful connections. Take Harvey Weinstein, for example.
This is possible because of Harvey. He is a wonderful human being, a good friend, and just a powerhouse.
Mr. President, thank you for being my guest tonight. I can't thank you enough for doing this. It's incredible. And as I said, I always learn amazing things from you. Hopefully they'll let us do this again, and we're just going to talk about movies the next time.
Hillary Clinton also has ties that run deep, so to say that he's got some powerful connections would be a major understatement. Film actors Matt Damon and Russell Crowe have recently come under fire for coming to the defense of Weinstein in an effort to kill a negative sex story on Weinstein in 2004. But Damon has recently responded to these allegations, claiming that this was not the case. And we're all familiar with Bill Cosby and his multiple sexual harassment cases, but this doesn't even come close to scratching the surface when it comes to who the real major players are. In 2012, almost a year after his death, it was revealed that television and radio personality Jimmy Savile had committed sexual abuse, his victims ranging from prepubescent girls and boys to adults. By October of 2012, allegations had been made to 13 British police forces, and this led to the setting up of inquiries into practices at the BBC and within the National Health Service. So while it is very troubling to learn of these horrific things that go on at the Hollywood insider parties, it is good to know that some of these Hollywood insiders who are in the limelight are now coming out and being vocal about some of the things that go on behind closed doors in Hollywood. Please share this video because we need these testimonies to take off like a ripple effect. And hopefully these Hollywood insiders who have had the courage to speak out will encourage others in a similar position to do the same. Be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube if you haven't already, as we will be covering this more as it hopefully continues to develop. And if you appreciate our efforts to bring you this information, please consider joining us as a patron at patreon.com/pressfortruth or by donating at pressfortruth.ca/donate. Links are located in the description below. Thanks for watching, my friends, and stay tuned. We've got more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth.